Hello everyone, and welcome to the fall update of my aquaponics greenhouse. For the most part, our regular growing season is over. The corn in the fields has been harvested, and in our regular garden about the only thing that's left are some green beans, some peppers, eggplants, and some awful looking tomatoes. This year I've added a weather station which is tied into my controller for data logging. It measures wind speed, wind direction, and the amount of rain. The automatic vents are still working great, even with the tomato plants growing outside of them. Inside the greenhouse, everything is still growing strong. Cucumbers are hanging down from the rafters. This grow bed, I have some lettuce that is going to seed so I can use them for next year. This grow bed, which is currently filling, has some tomatoes, both cherry and heirloom brandywine. Here's one. Along with some bell peppers. There's a pepper that's just about ready. Here are the strawberry towers. Here's the cherry tomato plant with a few green tomatoes on it still. This grow bed has 2 cucumber plants, a pickling variety. They grow up into the rafters and crawl around all over the place. I would say each vine is probably 20-25 feet long. This variety loves the heat and hasn't shown any signs of mold or mildew. Here's a few that have been freshly picked and a few quarts that we've pickled. One problem that I've had this year was the switch in the sump pump has broken a couple of times, so it has been replaced with a light switch that is tied to a float. This leopard frog guards his private pond. I've had a huge problem this year with whiteflies infesting the strawberry plants. I've made some homemade fly traps that need to be replaced every few days. They fill up very quickly. Here's the frog hanging out in one of the grow beds. The yellow jackets have made themselves at home inside the greenhouse. They seem to like eating the white flies. I'm assuming if I got rid of the white flies, the yellow jackets would also go away. And more recently, the white-faced hornets have discovered the white flies. They aren't very pleasant. I did harvest over 5 pounds of strawberries from these plants this year. Here you can see they're starting to get a lot of mildew on them, along with the white flies and yellow jackets, so I think it's time for them to go. Here are some strawberries from earlier this season. This heirloom tomato plant is growing up out of the vents. Each tomato it produces weighs about 1 pound. This one here is going to weigh over 2 pounds. I picked one just like it earlier this season. This variety also enjoys the heat of the greenhouse. Here are some 1-pounders. Back at my lettuce grow bed, I'm experimenting with a pineapple plant along with some watermelon. These bell peppers do extremely well in the greenhouse. They love the heat. This laptop is still being used to control all the devices in the greenhouse, along with this new interface that I've designed. I have also redesigned the automatic fish feeder. It has a larger hopper and is now less prone to clogging. Goldfish have grown a lot this year. A lot of people ask me why I don't grow trout or other cold-tolerant fish. I'm not a big fish eater, and these goldfish can tolerate a lot of water conditions and temperatures. I've kept fairly detailed records on how much food was produced out of the greenhouse this year. Here are some of the statistics. The cucumbers are by far the most impressive. So that's about it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, please leave it in the comment box below. Thanks.